And welcome everybody. I hope you guys are having a great night, man. I am stoked to be here, and we are going to talk. I'm going to just kind of get into it in a few minutes, but I want to let people to kind of pop in and kind of get in here, give everyone a few minutes to come in and say hi. But if you're here right now, or if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and let me know where you're from. Right now I'm in Florida, and this is going to sound kind of messed up, but it's damn cold here right now. And coming from New England and then moving to the islands, I lived in Hawaii for a very long time. It really thinned my blood, you know what I'm talking about? So when I moved here to Florida, it was like, holy bleep, it's gotten chilly in here. But we're going to get hot tonight talking about Shrapnel, and I'm really stoked about this project. I've done some videos on it before, and we're going to kind of get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to answer some questions. There's a lot of frequently asked questions that come up, especially in Discord. Discord and Twitter. So if you belong to a crypto project, you absolutely need to be a part of their official communities. Be careful, because scammers are really going to start coming out. We thought we had it bad last time with AI and everything else going on. I just saw a video a few days ago where a scammer was using AI to impersonate, with generative AI, impersonating Charles Hoskinson, the creator of ADA and the co-founder of Ethereum. And also a while ago, this was, I think right after Ripple won their case, we saw a video come out with the president of Ripple doing like some sort of a giveaway, which was a total scam, and it was just remarkable. So scammers are going to be getting a lot more sophisticated. They're really going to use technology. They're going to impersonate. They're going to really, really try to get you this time, because as far as I know, as far as I've heard, we're going to be on an epic bull run, and they are going to be just relentless. So please, everyone, if you're watching this, be careful. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay? So before we get into tonight's focus, and we may have some friends of mine from Twitter, from Shrapnel Discord popping in, and if you're here, let me know where you're from. I want to go over real quick. We're going to take a quick look. I always like doing this. We're just going to pop over, and I like to see how the markets are doing. They were down a little bit. We're seeing a little bit of a resurgence, but either way, it doesn't matter, because we are really going to be, I think, taking off. And I'm just going to kind of go back here. I always like going, if you're new to my live streams, I always like going here first and taking a look at basically like our fear and greed index, and kind of showing where we are, what's going on. Speaking of which, what's going on? What's going on? My screen, there we go. Took a second. That's better. So as you can see, the fear and greed index is at 74. About a week and a half ago, we were up in the low 80s. Remember, if we're over in the red, then that means people are overselling. They're panicking. They're fearful. Maybe they've heard some FUD in the markets or whatever. And so we were holding essentially at this mark for quite a long time. And now it's always good. Once we're in the green, it's always a positive indicator of where sentiment is. But I see this kind of coming up. And I actually saw today, there was if we've seen the most interesting man in the world do what was it again? It was a crypto exchange, Bitmart or something, I think. Put it in the comments section. Let me know of Bitcoin. Was great. And they actually came out with a second video. So that's going to be something that's going to be really big on the horizon, is those spot Bitcoin ETFs. We're going to see that could really push us over. We've got till I think the first or second week of January for the SEC to kind of decide what they want to do here. But I just wanted to pop over and take a look at this fear and greed index. And we can see here, Cardano. Bitcoin we're kind of down a little bit, but whatever. Crypto ebbs and flows. It drops 10%, it goes up 15%. And I want to go over to our watch list, because I'm going to do a quick scan. So CoinMarketCap is really good. CoinGecko is really good as well. So it's something that you can look into if you want to find out, you know, what projects are what. Now, I know if you're new to what we're going to be talking about tonight, then you're going to, this may be kind of a little bit of like, wow, what's going on? What are we doing? Let's see here. I want to go. Here we go. So we're going to pop over. I just want to see where Shrapnel is right now. And let's just get this over here. So we're at a little over 3 cents. No, excuse me, 33 cents. So when I first got in, it was at 25 cents. And this was up pretty good last week. We've seen kind of a little bit of a pullback, but still, I mean, you know, look where we're up, you know, 14% so today. So, you know, we can't complain about that. But I don't want to dwell too much on this. I want to kind of get right into the crux of it. And I want us to focus on what we're going to be focusing on, which is Shrapnel. What is Shrapnel? Well, what I want to do here, hey man, awesome. It's good to see you. Buddy from doing double live stream duty. I'm glad you can make it, but I want to kind of throw this because I love the gameplay itself. And in these live streams, I go all over the place, so just kind of bear with me. But so Shrapnel, for those of you who do not know, basically is a Web3 game. Now, I'm really simplifying it. It's a first-person shooter game. It's not out yet, and it's really an amazing... You know what? Check this out. I just want you guys to watch this because I think this trailer is really badass. And we're going to just head over here. So, I think I'd have my scenes all set up, but, you know, whatever. One of my goals for this year is to fix my lighting, guys. Just FYI. That's going to be a thing I need to focus on. All right, so let's go over here. We're going to just click on this bad boy. And let's check out the Shrapnel trailer. I love this one. Unreal Engine 5. This game isn't even out yet. Look at the graphics. So it's an extraction game. That reminds me of Halo and Call of Duty, which are some of my favorite games. Totally built on the blockchain. What it is you're seeing and what this all means, and any of my friends here who are from Shrapnel, go ahead and start putting in feedback. Nice. I want that shield.
Obstruction.
Get out with all you have to get out with whatever stuff you have, because if you die in the game, you lose all your loot.
Fire transfer.
And that is kind of a trailer of the game. Now, what I also, tonight's live stream is going to focus on two different areas. One, we're going to talk about the game, and then we're going to also talk about the crypto that's associated with it. Yeah. So the game itself, and again, if you are watching afterwards, you know, put a comment, let me know where you're from. And it's funny because, you know, I also have some extraction packs to give away. How about that? I've got some codes here that I want to give away. So if you're coming in and you don't have an extraction pack and you need one, I've got them. All right, I've got like 5 codes. So, you know, we want to get people in here. And if you're missing one, my friend, let me know. If you're missing a light one, I will hook you up for being here. But I'm sure you are totally good to go. The only one I'm missing, the only extraction pack I'm missing is a medium. Now, for those of you who are watching or going, what the hell is he even talking about? Okay, so let me back up. So 2 areas. One, the game itself, and being built on the blockchain, and also the Shrap token. Now, I did a video about this last week where I went into, I thought, pretty good detail for our first video, about 22 minutes long, about what Shrapnel is, where you can buy it. I'll do a quick summary of that video, but you're more than welcome to go check that out later on if you like. Oh, man. Rub it in, why don't you, brother? Rub it in, rub it in. So Shrapnel is a first-person shooter extraction game built exclusively on the blockchain. So it's still in development. They were doing a developer play test. I think it was a developer play test today, right, my friend? I think that's what it was. A developer play test this afternoon in Discord and also on Twitch, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun, and we're not able to play it yet. They are going to have early access in what I heard. Now, again, things could change towards the end of January. So we shall see. But I have a strong feeling this team is just rock stars, and I really have faith that if they're saying, hey, it's going to be towards the middle of January into the end of January, that's probably how it's going to be. To get early access of this game, you need to have an extraction pack. So they have light ones, there's medium ones, there's heavy. Now you can only have one of each. You can't have any more than that. Now, there's so many things. They were like giving them away like cups of water at a race earlier today on Twitch, all over. And all you need is one to be able to access the game. So, yeah. You know, this is going to be where we had someone come into the Discord the other day and say, oh, I think I'm late coming to this. And I'm telling people, no, you're not. You're not late. The game hasn't even launched yet. I mean, they haven't even done a public like live beta. We've got the early access coming up. Those who have extraction pack, but this game probably is not going to go live. I would say probably towards the end of 2024. What do you think? About 2024, something like that. So we've got plenty of time. Switching over to the token, the Shrap token is the native token of Shrapnel. And what I really like about this is there are other games, other gaming platforms and launch pads and things like that that have different, they may have like 8 different games on their launch pad or that they're developing, but then they also have 8 different tokens there's like a token for this game and then a different one for the other game. And for my mind, I'm thinking, man, that's just dilutes the main token. Well, the Shrap is going to be the main token, the medium of exchange for the game. Now, it will be free to earn, or excuse me, I shouldn't say that, free to play when it comes out, right? So there is a lot of things to this game that I can talk about, and I'm kind of going to a little bit. One, like we were just talking about, if you're checking out in the chat, let us know you're here, by the way, too. If you're here watching, don't watch. Jump into this conversation. Ask your questions, right? The graphics are amazing. Now, some trailers I've seen where the graphics look great, but the gameplay sucks. It's like, man, what they're showing you on the trailer doesn't match up to what you're seeing when you're in the game. At least I've experienced that. Now, by the way, I am not a heavy-duty gamer. Now, I like my games, don't get me wrong. Mainly Web2, because up to this point, I mean, there's been a few exceptions, but Web3 gaming has a lot to be desired, especially with their playability, and they're kind of clunky, and the graphics aren't very good, and blah, 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 blah. Now we've got Shrapnel. The game itself looks spectacular, and they're building on it every single day. I mean, you can create inside this game. Like, you can create your own insignias. You can do your own call signs. I mean, there's going to be, and I'm not sure too much about this right now because they don't have it out yet, but staking on maps. So there's tons of things that are going to be happening with this game as it progresses and as it gets further along down the line. Now, I'm also going to be doing another video, basically kind of like a year in review for Shrapnel, where I'm going to take you through everything that's happened in this year for them. But let's focus on this. Again, Shrapnel is in the early development stages. They're having an early access, and if you have an extraction pack, it allows you to have benefits. You're able to access the game, you're able to receive drops, and just so on and so forth. So if you are not into gaming, but you're more of an investor, then I'm going to switch hats for a minute and switch you over to the Shrap Token. Now, Shrap Token is available on the Avalanche C chain. Now, there's all kinds of ways to get this. How I do it is I don't want to have to, I'm lazy, right? I don't want to do bridging. I don't want to have to stress. I want very uncomplicated ways of doing things. So what I do and what I've done is I've got an Avalanche native wallet, and I use Core. Now, you don't have to. You can use MetaMask. You can use different wallets. You have tons of choices. But I wanted to get a native wallet, so I'm using Core. I connected Core to Trader Joe's XYZ. Great platform. Very simple. And all I do, if I want to get involved in the project, and by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, hold. Do your own due diligence. Conduct your own research before getting involved in any crypto project, because it's your money and it's basically up to us. Never take anyone's word for anything, and especially, dare I say, a YouTuber, right? Because we're all going to have our own thoughts and our own feelings. Go do your research. Go to the website. Read their white paper. Check everything out. Join their Discord channels. Make sure they're official, guys. Remember, we talked about in the very beginning, scammers are going to be very sophisticated this time around, even more than they were before. And they're going to be conducting themselves in all kinds of ways to steal your money. All right? So just, if you get a call or a video message from Charles Hoskinson, never going to happen. Okay? So just saying. And again, any project, they're not going to DM you first. So if you if you're on Twitter and you put something out there and they DM you first, that's never going to happen. Never give up your seed phrases. Never tell anyone how much crypto you actually have. And also make sure that you're getting your crypto off the exchanges and putting it on a wallet, either a software wallet or a hardware wallet. I use Tangem, and that to me is is a wonderful cold wallet. Now, because Shrapnel is so new right now anyway, that token, as far as I'm aware, is not eligible, is not recognized yet, but it will. Don't forget, Shrap is very, very, very new. The market cap is, I think, probably around $75-80 million. So if you're a crypto investor and you want to put money in, if you're looking at like a low market cap, that's pretty low market cap. With a 3 billion circulating supply right now anyway. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Again, as the years go, then there'll be more of a unlocking period, but we don't need to worry about that right now. So all you have to do is, if you want to get involved, if you any centralized exchange or any exchange, all you do is you buy Avalanche. You send it over to whatever wallet you have. If it's connected to Trader Joe's, and I actually run through I do a live buy in my video. So you see exactly how I did it and how easy it is, especially if you're new. If you are new, I think certain wallets are a little bit more challenging than others, trying to set things up. And then you got to pay for, especially with Ethereum, because we're going to see that skyrocket too with Ethereum fees. But dealing with AVAX, it's so much easier, faster, and just like cheaper. It's ridiculous. So anyway, it's a real simple process if you want to get involved. So back to the game. So this game, there's going to be tons of benefits involved. It's mainly the idea when we play games is what is to have fun, right? The games have to be fun to play. Like I was saying before, and I'm not sure about if you're watching, let me know. I want a game that's immersive. I want a game that I feel like I'm in it, not playing it. There's a difference. When I'm playing, for example, another Web2 game that I really enjoy was Uncharted. The movie sucked, but I really enjoy the games because I got into it. Games like an old school, I'm just letting you know how kind of my age, Doom. I loved Doom. I loved playing that game at night with my headphones on, with the lights out. Man, that was fun. It was immersive, and that's how I feel Shrapnel is going to be. It's not going to be like a bait and switch. We get you to really check out this trailer, and then boom, you get to the game, and it's like, what is this? Just by seeing all the gameplays, and there was a play test today, a developer play test, was fantastic. And one of the other really cool things that someone mentioned during that play test on the Discord channel, and that's the cool thing too, when you join Discord, you're able to have access to go in and be part and just be a fly on the wall and watch these guys play these games. You see them get destroyed and you see them work out problems, and you're seeing, like how the map, how the world is filled with textures or not, with just like spacers, and you're seeing that game and you're seeing and listening, which I thought was really cool, how fun because we could hear these guys, people in this room at their headquarters playing the game, having a great time. That, my friends, to me is really important, because if they are gamers and they are enjoying and having fun, and when you have that, it creates an amazing energy. So that's another reason that it kind of pushed me even further onto the Shrapnel bandwagon, which is this game I think has tremendous staying power. Now, of course, games are going to, get developed and change things and improve and whatever, and it's going to take time. Things take time. A regular Web 2 game takes, between 5-6 years until deployment, until it gets out there, right? Help me out, right? Am I right? Maybe even longer. Look at where we are with this game, with Shrapnel. Now, I don't know how far back they've been developing this game, as far as I know, but I've never heard of Shrapnel until basically this year. I must have been living under a rock or something, guys, because I don't know where I missed it, because I missed out also getting an operator. Now, an operator is not available anymore, but you can go to off markets. You can go to OpenSea or something like that, and you're going to pay a lot more than probably you would have in the beginning, but an operator also gives you different benefits. Yeah, 4 to 5 years. Yep. That's right. So how long has Shrapnel been in development? Now I'm going through some questions. So if again, jump on Discord. Oh, 2 years. Wow, really? Only 2 years and they're this far along? And I actually saw an interview where they were saying that a lot of times when you're building a game, there's no leaks. You don't see the game until it's deployed. So if it's a 5 or 6 year build, you don't see anything for that 5 or 6 years. It's when the game comes out. So what I really like about this, and there is no play test and there is none of this other stuff, is we are seeing this game being built basically in front of us, being played by the developers, by the Shrapnel team, by community members. I mean, talk about transparency, right? We love that in crypto. Transparency is huge. So that's another major factor for me anyway. Now, another thing to consider if you're considering Shrapnel as a game, any in-game items that you accrue during your mission. So the idea is there's missions, right? You have to get from A to B, and B is the extraction point. And I think there's times. I think there's different times that you can go or whatever you can set up for an extraction. If you die in the game, if you've gone, there's all kinds of different strategies. I've heard of the creators saying that they'll hide back, and if someone gets killed, they'll come and they'll take all their loot. Or some are just more hardcore and they're going to go in and take people out and take their loot or whatever. If you can get to the extraction, you saw how at the end of that trailer, he was getting into the helicopter. If he would have been extracted out of there, he would have been able to keep. Now, if I'm saying something that's not right, guys, let me know. Then he gets to keep those assets. Hey, John, what's going on, man? John, by the way, is one of my blockchain explorers, and he has been with me since I've started doing these live streams earlier this year. So, John, welcome. Actually, welcome to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure I hit the right button on my stream deck over here. So, John, I'm not sure if you've caught it, but we're talking about Shrapnel. Yeah. Yes, extract to earn. That's right. So you get to keep those, and I believe, if I'm right, Ogre, you can sell those as well in a marketplace, or you can keep them or whatever. So it's not really I don't know if I'd call it a play to earn, because I don't really care too much for that anymore, but you're keeping your items. Now, certain things that you keep, but like I think the vanity items and those kinds of things, I think you can lose those. Like if you have extra ammunition or extra this or extra that or Sigma, you lose it. If you die in the game, then you lose it. If you win, then you take it with you. Right. That's right. So yeah, as far as we know, they're supposed to have an in-game marketplace, which I think would be great. Now again, everything's going to come in stages. So the premise of this game is you know what? Let me just do this. It would be a lot easier. I'm going to bring you guys over. And wait a minute, wrong one. Figures. Well, that's what happens when you have all kinds of monitors going on. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is we're going to go right over here. And we're going to check out the Shrapnel website. So again, I highly recommend, don't just take anyone's word for it. So I'm not logged in. So it tells you about the game, blockchain, roadmap, community, which is basically Discord, Twitter, or X. Now the comm center is here. That's just news and updates and things like that. And I'm going to just click here. So as you can see here, we're going to go into what's called extraction packs. And by the way, If you want an extraction pack, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know, and I'll hook you up with a light extraction pack. And Ogre, if you're here and if you want an extra one for anyone in your community, we can connect because we're on Discord, and I'll give you a code. So we have light, and it shows you the benefits. Now these you can also buy as well. You can buy them right here on the website, and there you can do USD. You can pay for them using fiat. There's $50, and then there's $99. So sometimes you can get really squared away, and you can find a light one or a medium or heavy. I was really fortunate to get a light and a heavy. The only one I'm missing is a medium. But all you need is one of these to have early access to the game. Doesn't matter which one it is. And again, each one of these allows for different benefits, but you got to have one. And if you go, like Ogre was saying, on Twitch or whatever, if you're into that, there's tons of them. And I've got codes, and I'm sure you could find. So these are the extraction packs. So I'm going to go back over here because we're going to go to the game. And essentially, I'm going to just paraphrase this. I'm not going to go through the specifics. But so again, a meteor collides with the moon, right? And then you're getting all the shrapnel raining down on the earth. It's bombarding the earth, right? And which is basically called the sacrifice zone. So that's kind of where you are. You're in the sacrifice zone. And it just goes through, it's basically no man's land. Everyone's going in to find Sigma, which is this very precious material that can generate powers, very futuristic powers. Now, I don't know, Ogre, maybe you know what some of those are. I've heard that maybe if you have enough of these fragments, then you can do like super jumps, or it gives you like, why don't I just do this so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm talking about? I'm going to just minimize, but there we go. That's better. So if you create Sigma, that's very, very precious. And it just goes into the specifics of this. Again, I love immersive games and I love storylines. I know some people don't. I do. And it talks about the matches. And you can, and this is actually available now. So you can build, you can create, which is fantastic too. You can create your own insignias. I've started working with that, but I just haven't sat down. And you can create call signs, and there's going to be all kinds of things that you can do, which is going to be really cool. I said, experience when to play, create vanity items, weapon skins, and maps, sell them to other players. Now, again, all this stuff is going to be coming through time. And again, it just basically you survive. So this is just essentially the main idea. And again, I also look at websites. How is the website created? So this is the game. I'm not going to spend too much on here, but I do want to go over here. And then we get into the vision, right? And the developers of these games are massive creators. They've been involved in, like, again, Halo and Destiny and Call of Duty and just big time projects coming over here. And I think we're going to see a lot more Web2 gamers come over to the Web3 arena, which is fantastic for us. And I want to go to the Shrap Token. So this is the part that was really awesome. Again, at the heart of Shrapnel economy is the Shrap Token. What is it? Shrap Tokens, ERC20 tokens created on the Avalanche C chain, brought to the Shrapnel subnet for use. 3 billion Shrap were generated April 29, 2023. So right now there's circulating supply is 3 billion. And with these tokens, it allows you to do like the publishing, governance, and promotion, gas token, and medium of exchange. And which is the only token. It's not, again, it's not like you have one game and they have the main token and then they have the game utility token for every game. And that to me, I'm sorry, I have a hard time with that concept. So Shrapnel is doing it right, in my view. Now, I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder. I just have common sense. And to me, common sense says this is going to be a huge benefit for Shrapnel. Now, I'm going to skip down here to the white paper real fast because, again, we have to think of it. Now, if you're playing it just for the sake of playing it and you don't care one way or the other for Shrapnel, this section or the Shrap token may not be a thing for you. However, for those of us who are in more kind of focused in on blockchain technology, Web3 gaming, because we have to think of it now too as coming from a standpoint of putting money into a project. What sectors are going to be huge in the next bull run? Artificial intelligence, but I really think that Web3 gaming is going to be massive. Now, we're seeing other games come out as well. Shrapnel's at the forefront, but there's a few other ones there. There's Blood Loop, I think, is one that I'm kind of looking at and researching a little bit more. So there's other games out there, but as far as what Shrapnel is doing with its development, with how they are creating this game and developing their project, I think it's really going to be at the forefront in my view. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but to me, I see Shrapnel as a huge opportunity for gamers and investors alike. This just runs through basically, and I'm just skipping down here, the introduction and all this kind of stuff. I do want to just make one point. And again, if you are here, because I'm sharing my screen, if you're making comments, I'm not able to see at this time, but where is it? I want to get to the unlock schedule. Where are we going? Economy, we're getting closer. Token, yeah. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the tokenomics. And whenever we're looking into investing into a crypto project, tokenomics need to be taken into account for. Yes, it's great if on face value, if something looks fantastic, right? Wow. But then you look at the tokenomics and then there's like 42 quadrillion tokens. There's no burn mechanism in place. You get all kinds of stuff going on that just, oh man, you can have, anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but here you get a chance to see where the tokens are going, how they're being distributed. And so basically here we are now. So right now, up until the April of 2024, this is where we are. It's a slow increase of being unlocked. And as we get to here, around a year into it, then we start seeing a drastic unlock for tokens. And then we keep going until finally all of them are released after, about 60 months? Was that like 5 years? Something like that, I think. Now, depending on your headspace, you may be thinking, wow, with this kind of a release that's going to dilute the project, the tokens are going to just crash, blah, 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 blah. I feel a lot of it depends on your perspective. If you feel that this game has potential, honestly, I'm not really worried about this right now, okay? And we don't really have to worry about this right now until going into January, February, March, April, to towards the end of Q1, right? Or into Q2. So, but even then, we could be seeing a massive amount of people want to get involved. This may not be necessarily the worst thing in the world. And if the price drops, the price drops. It's all about, do you believe in the project? Do you believe that this project has utility, use case? When I'm teaching people to teach them what maybe they should be, at least some fundamentals to look at if they're going to get involved in a crypto project. Is there a use case? Is there a utility? What problems does it solve? How can it benefit? All those things. It's not just no disrespect to a meme coin. Even though, again, going off, we saw Shiba Inu come out in 2021 and do amazing things, and I was a part of that. Thank you very much. There really wasn't a whole lot to it at that time. Now they've created their own blockchain. They're getting more in payments. They're doing a lot more. And I've sort of bumped them away from the meme coin status to more of a speculative project. So anyway, just going off. So coming back to Shrapnel, even though there's a massive unlock schedule going on, to be honest with you, I'm really not that worried about it right now. And there's all kinds of things that you can do to mitigate this if you're worried. But again, we're not going to spread FUD. We don't spread FUD on this channel. We spread facts. So but I want it to be factual, and I wanted to let you know that, you know, be that in mind when this unlocks. So, but for me, I see where Shrapnel is headed. I am really not that worried about this at all. So, but this is the white paper. Go check it out. Should be one of the first things you look at when you're looking at a crypto project, in my opinion. And then we're going to go over here to the roadmap. Now, again, this is not necessarily the sexiest live stream, but it's about education. I'm an educator. I've been doing martial arts for 40 years. And so being an educator, being a teacher is kind of what I do. So it's important that we're educating ourselves when we're putting money into something, or putting our time, or putting our energy, right, or our belief. We need to know what it actually is we're doing, because when we talk about this to somebody, and we've talked about this before on this channel and on these live streams, when you are talking to someone about a crypto project, it's important to be factual and to not overhype the project. Because if something were to happen, someone, a family member, a friend, loved one, whatever, you go in and you're like, boom, 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 boom. You're shilling the hell out of it. You're so pumped up. And you've got you're in the honeymoon phase, and all you're doing is spreading all the good things, right, about it. Not seeing that there's stuff going on behind the scenes or whatever. I'm just using that as an example. That person you're talking to says, well, crap, you know, if Scott's really bullish on it, then why should I even waste time? I just want to get in, which is, now you're dealing with FOMO. Now you're dealing with emotion. And again, it's important that we want to make sure, because I teach you guys this, never invest based on emotion, based on fact, based on what can it do, how can it help, what utility, all these different factors. If you get someone involved and you're not spreading good, positive, good education and teaching them about the project so they can base an educated decision, so you're giving them the tools to go look for themselves and not just take your word for it, something happens to that project, they put all their money in, bad mistake, right? We know this. But if you're new, you don't know. And the things you don't know, right? You put all your money in, that project goes south, you lose it all. Guess who's going to get blamed and never listen to you again? That's right. The person or persons that you've talked to. So make sure that when you're talking to someone about a project, give them some tools. Sit down in front of a computer. Give them the website. Give them an idea, like, hey, go check this out. Just because I'm in it may not be right for you, because I think that's responsible, and we don't want to turn people off from crypto. We don't want to turn them off from blockchain technology, that it's a scam or this other crap that the narrative has been spun over these past few years. So let's go quickly. Now I'll step off my soapbox now. So now we're going to just take a quick look at their roadmap. And this just shows where they are. You're getting a chance to see where they are so far. Operator access, call signs, blah, 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 coming soon. Now, some of these things, like insignias, we can start creating them now. Marketplace, that'll be coming. Profiles, Shrap rewards. It's going to be exciting to see when these are all unlocked. That's another reason why I'm not really that concerned about the unlock schedule for the tokens, because of all of this positive sentiment and all of this these news catalysts. Each one of these is going to be a huge positive news catalyst coming up. And again, it's expected that this is going to be the most, how can I say this? I'm going to say successful bull run that crypto's ever experienced, Web3 gaming is going to be a part of that. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of it now in the crypto markets. Even projects that I don't necessarily feel are all that good are pumping. So, you know, what do I know? All right, pre-alpha, skins, gameplay, blah, blah, blah. So this is just a roadmap, and then you got the community, Discord, which I'm there. Ogre, if you're still here, he's there. Twitter. These are where you want to go, all right? Be careful, again, about scams. Make sure that, for example, airdrops. Now I'm gonna kind of come out of this. This kind of goes to the team. I'll do this really quick as we're doing this, but I belong to a Telegram airdrop channel. That's an official airdrop that it comes straight from the projects themselves. If I don't see that on anything else, because you see this all the time on Twitter, right? There's an airdrop or this giving away this or giving away that, but you're not seeing anyone comment. No one's liking it. No, you know why? Because it's a scam. Never give up your seed phrases. If someone comes up to you, doesn't matter who, Discord, Twitter, Telegram. That's another one. You get onto a Telegram channel, you're going to have people kind of like trying to scam you. Help desks wanting you, hey, let me have your seed phrase or your password and so I can get in and take a look and help you with your problem. Yeah, you won't have a problem anymore because you won't have any friggin' crypto left after they're done. So never give out that vital information. That is the keys to your house, right? You would never give your keys to your home to someone that you never knew. Yeah, here you go. It's someone on the street. You never know, right? You rob you blind. Same thing here. Just don't do it. Again, so this just kind of goes into the team, AAA. Again, I'm just going to scroll down history here. You can see from here some of the team, what they've done, their accomplishments, yada, yada, yada. So, all right, enough of that. Hopefully, I still have a few people left. I didn't scare you guys all off. Oh, nice. We got some people here. Okay. Oh, man, we got some more people coming in. So my friends from Discord, man, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going off on Shrapnel, and I am now cool. So I'm taking a quick look over here to comments. If you're here, let me know. All right, Franco, hey, man. Nice to see you guys. I'm really glad you guys are here. You know, talking about projects, we never want to fall in love with any crypto project. I can like you a lot and be involved in it, but again, it's all about, it's like being in a relationship. If that relationship decides to turn toxic, then it's time to extricate. Now, when it comes to where we are now, like for me, this is just me. I do lots of extensive research before I get involved, especially before I get involved financially in a project. Before I buy a token and get involved, I'm doing my research. I'm joining the Discord. I'm hanging back, right? I'm joining their Twitter. I'm listening to what's going on. And I'm going to tell you guys from where I am at right now, for me, and this is just me, and don't take my word for it of Ken, I am extremely bullish on Shrapnel for a multitude of reasons. Now, you can not even be interested in buying the token or getting involved. You can just hang back and wait. It's going to be on Epic Games, right? It's going to be, that's where you're going to be able to find it. And when it comes out live, now again, if you want to play it, you need to have an extraction pack. By the way, if you do not have a code, all right, if you do not, one is already there. So Ogre, I'm going to hook you up. So I'm going to write this down. I have some light extraction packs. Now again, if you're here watching and you want one, I've got 4 left. Now you can only have one. All right. So I'm just saying. And you got to make sure that, you're going to, of course, utilize it or give it away to someone. I really don't care. I never place conditions on generosity. That's the way I look at it. So I'm going to put Ogre down. Just making a notation here. All right, cool. So, Franco, yeah, all the gameplays or the play tests that I've seen, the game looks amazing. And just watching it live today, fantastic. I really, again, I'm not an avid gamer, right? I have this channel that I focus all my energy on, and I'm also, like I said, I do a lot of different things. I know some of us are also connected with Karate Combat, and I actually, man, that was phenomenal. If anyone saw that on Friday night, I started my watch party, my live stream at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They were in Vegas. And I wasn't done till 2:45 a.m. But I have to tell you something. That's another project that I'm very bullish on. And I will be doing a video on within the next week or so. It mixes in, which is kind of with me with Shrapnel. It mixes in my martial arts background, which is very extensive. And also, I was a competitive fighter back in the 90s, so I have that in my headspace with Web3, with their karate tokens, which the karate token, Karate Combat team was nice enough to give me a bunch of karate tokens to give out. So I was really stoked about that. And I actually had a couple of Shrapnel codes that I gave out too. So I thought that was awesome also. You are who you attract. And if you're very specific about what you're looking for and you see what's going on and you feel like with your research that this project is going to fit for you, man, how awesome is that? And the cool thing is I saw, I'm not sure if you guys did too, Brave, the Brave browser actually is like a sponsor, was a sponsor also of that match or of the arena. And I am actually a Brave ambassador too. So everything just kind of works. It's like we're like the small family and we got to look out for each other. Now, this is the education part where if we want to get people involved, and we just talked about this a few minutes ago, but if you're popping in, if we want to get people involved in crypto, or let's say we want to get them involved in Shrapnel, steer them. They got to remember, they got to be excited. The reason people don't get involved initially is, Jaime, hey, I'm not excited enough. Now, it changes once you are thinking about investing into a project. Yes, you can be excited, absolutely, but when you have this thing with FOMO is a mofo, right? It really is. FOMO is a mofo because you have this whole thing like, oh man, I've got to get in now. Am I late with getting involved in Shrapnel and all this other stuff? The market cap is what, $80 million? There's a 3 billion circulating supply. The game isn't even launched and probably won't be launched for quite a while. We haven't even done any kind of the early access is coming. There's been no beta tests. I mean, this is, in my opinion, not financial advice. Do whatever the F you want to do, right? This is a great opportunity. The token, I think, in my view, and I will do a Shrap token price potential at some point. I think we're really gonna see that skyrocket. So all the stars are aligning. As long as they keep doing what they're doing, sticking to, I mean, they say what they mean and they mean what they say, and that for me makes a big difference. So let's see here. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was. Even though the best fight of the night was the women. Sorry, guys. Best fight of the night was the women. Those girls were just blood everywhere. They were rocking. They didn't give a crap. That's a warrior spirit. Okay. So Franco, are you so you're in the Shrapnel Discord? I tell you what, Franco, do you have an extraction pack? Because you need an extraction pack to have early access to the game. Okay. Now, so let me ask you this one more time just to make sure. Do you have an extraction pack? I just want to make sure I know for sure. Okay. Franco, I tell you what, I'm going to hook you up with a code. I'm going to hook you up with a light extraction pack. So, Franco, here's what I need you to do, my friend, when we're done, is I'm on Discord. I'm Crypto Karate Guy. That's who I am, okay? If you find me, and you will, I will send me a friend request there, and I will send you a code. I will hook you up with the extraction pack. And I'm doing this now. I'm making a note of it now, so that way I have. Okay, cool, man. Send me and let me know, okay? Because I'm not sure what your Discord name is. Wow, where are you? Where are you located, Franco? 3 in the morning. Let's see here. 9, 10, 11, 12. What are you in Europe? You know what? I give you credit, dude, because you could be sleeping right now, just chilling out, but no, you're here on a freaking on a live stream at 3 a.m. in the morning. You, sir, are a rock star. You deserve a light pack for sure. You deserve early access. Now, do you have an account? Okay, Dutch. Okay, cool. Do you have an account with Shrapnel on their website where you actually log in or you sign in, you create an account? You need to make sure you have that. Either way, I'm going to send it to you. If you have an issue, it's really not that hard to do. You can just do that. Now, some other information for those of you here watching who want more information. By the way, this is the part of the live stream where I always say thank you guys. Without you, there would be no me. I do this for you guys. And our channel is growing because of you. You know, we are a smaller channel. We're close to hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I hate using that term because being in Hawaii for 20 years, you guys are family. It's Ohana, right? That's what it's about. We look out for each other. Here on this channel at the Crypto Dojo, we look out for each other. Whether you're in Discord, whatever, you know, we are a family. So if you want to see more things that we're doing, because there's a lot of things that I want to do in this next upcoming year. You know, we have a Blockchain Explorers, which is a membership. It's like $3.99 a month or whatever. You don't have to do it. John who's further up, he's a member. You know, it's going to allow for different things. Like you guys will be able to have say in whatever we do. Like if I do a video, you guys can say, okay, we do a vote. Hey, if we got these 3 videos, which ones you want to do? You guys will have some governance of what videos we do if you're in that Blockchain Explorer. So all that information is there. You can certainly do that. But if you like anything that we're doing and you want to subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys are on Twitter, I want to. Oh man, you gotta bail. All right, John. See you later, man. So John is part of our part of it. But if you are on Twitter or if you're on X, follow me and I will follow you back, because we want to stay in the loop of what's going on. So let's see here. Any thoughts on the Futureverse root network? You know, you know what? I don't know enough right now. So that's an area that I don't really like to speak unless I know that I'm educated enough. So I'm gonna abstain from saying that right now. I need to look into that. Root network. I don't even know if I know what root network is, to be honest with you. If someone wants to jump in and help me out, that would be great. But yeah, so when it comes to Shrapnel, does anyone have any questions? Now, I think we have a few people who are kind of salty veterans here. But again, so I've got 3 extraction pack codes to give away. Okay. All right. Thanks, Franco. I appreciate it. So I tell you what. So I've got 2 extraction packs gone. Tell you what. Next person who lets me know they subscribe to the channel, I'm going to hook you up. How's that? I got to try. You know, I got to ask. So yeah, but what do you guys think? Now this is where I come back to you guys for questions. What do you guys think about Shrapnel? What do you think is going to be something that you are really excited to be a part of, or that you are excited to see come out? Now I know, as I said, we talked about that the early access is going to more than likely start sometime in the middle of January to the end of January. That's essentially as far as I know. Now, again, things could change, and if it does, we can't freak out because there's a reason for it. But the way they're moving along, I'm really confident that we'll probably stay, close to that time frame. But what are you guys most excited about? I'll give you a few seconds. Yeah, looking back at for watching that, it's the one thing going back to kind of karate combat there, it satisfies a few different things in me. It satisfies the stand-up game. It doesn't really dwell too much on the ground, the jiu-jitsu aspect of it. It really keeps it up and moving, and especially the way they have the ring, the pit designed, it makes it really interesting to be a part of that. That's something that I hadn't seen before. I was like, wow. And then you got George St. Pierre, and you've got Boss Rutan. Both of those guys are legends. So yeah, I think once this game gets out, especially when it gets on Epic, I think this could be the game, which is another reason why I'm pretty stoked about it, that could start bringing over more Web 2 players. Now, I want to get more Web 2 players over into. Hopefully, we're getting a lot more of those Web 2 players over and being a part of that play test, because what this early access is, it's like a play test. It's a way for the developers to see what works, what doesn't work. Is there bugs? Is there this? What's going on? It just gives them an opportunity to work it out. So that's going to be exciting. And we're, if you're part of that, there's probably going to be some rewards as well. Again, not so much dwelling on that, but it's an extra benefit for taking part. So, and even just getting a chance to play it ahead of time is going to be amazing. I think we're going to have a lot of people. I don't know how many people have got extraction packs or will have access to to early access play, but I think it's going to be pretty pretty phenomenal once we go into that. So, all right, guys. So I've got two passes or 2 extraction packs gone. If you, and you know who you are, so Ogre, you've got one coming to you. Franco, you've got one coming to you. If there's anyone else here who wants an extraction pack, let me know. I will hook you up. If not, then great. I can hold on to them and we can do another event. That would be cool too. So, hey guys, I want to say this. I want to say this was awesome. Thank you guys for being a part of this live stream. Let me know your feedback. If you're on Discord, and if you're new, join Discord. Go to Shrapnel. Go to the website that I was just at shrapnel.com. Join their Discord. Join their Twitter. You're going to probably see those of us who are there. You're going to see us, and I'm glad that you are a part of our family. Thank you guys for being here. I hope everyone has a great evening. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. And I will see you guys over on the Discord or the Twitter.